According to the New York Times, Johnson & Johnson faces more than 10,000 lawsuits in the United States over this hip implant. The paper reported that 93,000 patients worldwide were implanted with this device, 1/3 of them in the United States. The Times called the implant, quote, one of the biggest medical device failures in recent decades. It said the company's own internal estimates projected that the implant would fail inside 5 years in about 40% of patients.
Well, you know, that's tragic because doctors tell us that second hip surgeries, those surgeries that patients have to replace the DePuy ASR, are often not as successful as first-time surgeries with reliable hip replacement devices.
When it first became available in 2005, this Johnson & Johnson hip implant was advertised as the best on the market, especially for younger patients. It was all metal instead of ceramic or plastic, like other hip replacement devices. Johnson & Johnson said metal made it better because it was more stable and less likely to dislocate. But it wasn't true.
Well, you know, that's a heck of a marketing ploy, but Johnson & Johnson kept denying that anything was wrong, even though they knew that doctors were complaining about it to the Food and Drug Administration and that these same doctors had quit using it.
Johnson & Johnson took the implant off the market in 2010. According to the New York Times, by then, doctors had been complaining about it for 2 years. But by 2010, it had already been used on thousands of unsuspecting Americans who had no idea it might have to be replaced after just 5 years.
You know, that's true, and the DePuy ASR has another problem caused by the fact that it's all metal. The parts grind against each other. When metal grinds on metal, metal shavings are released. These shavings can damage your bones, surrounding tissue, get into the bloodstream, and release high concentrations of metal ions in the blood. So even if your DePuy ASR isn't causing you pain or hasn't dislocated, it's another serious threat to your health caused by a mega corporation bent on dollars that hid the facts about its implant just for profit's sake.
Jody Sinclair, spokesperson for Wainwright Injury Lawyers.